The Live Aid concerts in Britain and America helped raise some £40 million for the hungry in the Third World. But as the youngsters of Philadelphia crowded together to highlight the plight of the starving on a distant continent, another campaign to feed the hungry was taking place in the streets of the same city. It was the idea of an 11-year-old boy.
Not a whole lot. That's good. I'll take a doing it.
For the past 2 years, Trevor Ferrell has been feeding the homeless in the city of Philadelphia. His trips downtown began unexpectedly.
Well, I was watching TV one night, and I saw street people on a TV program I was watching. And I felt sorry for them, and I felt as though I should do something for them, like maybe give them a blanket or a pillow. And so I did, and I asked my mom and my dad to take me in that night. And after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes of begging, they finally took me into the city to help the homeless. I went down and gave a man a blanket and pillow, and he was very grateful for that blanket and pillow. And he said, "Thank you very much, God bless you." And that made me feel really good, and I wanted to do it more. And so I went to, the next night we went in, taking blankets and pillows. And by the 4th or 5th night, my mom and Dad were getting mad because there weren't any more blankets and pillows left. And so
Trevor has attracted a lot of attention, and he's often asked to talk about the campaign in public.
They only had a few blankets and pillows left.
Philadelphia is called the city of brotherly love, and for some, the answer to the great American dream lies within the opulent department stores and among the fine city buildings. But within yards of the city hall, on the sidewalks, down alleyways, huddled over hot air vents on pavements, if you look hard enough, you'll find just some of the 10,000 street people, the homeless of Philadelphia, trying to keep warm. Trevor's van comes into the city with food every night. The van was presented to Trevor anonymously over a year ago. Every night, the volunteers on duty search for old familiar faces, and some new ones, and offer a pillow perhaps, or a blanket, some food, or some hot coffee.
No, I haven't seen him.
Trevor's just 13. Tonight, Ike Marconi, a social worker and a friend of the family, drives the van.
Well, Trevor's a wonderful person, and there's a lot to be learned from him. And as an adult, I'm learning a lesson, too, about mankind and humanity. He certainly is a humanitarian.
I think there's a sense of commitment, a sense of caring that's unusual, that's phenomenal, given the age, the stage where he's in.
Hey, guys, play food for you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I was starving. Wow.
Yeah?
That's delicious. And you say give me some coffee?
Yeah, I'll go get some more.
Although it was Trevor's original idea and inspiration, as time passed, his father Frank found himself becoming more and more involved.
Oh, this is Trevor's father, Beth. This is Mr. Trevor. Trevor, this is my girl, Beth.
The boy was pulling the family. He would cry and cry every night if we didn't go in to see his friends.
Waiting for you all day, she was.
Even the homeless make homes, and some visitors are more welcome than others.
Okay, we got 2 meals here. Okay.
Hey, thanks.
Okay. Do you need some? How about some hot coffee? You want some food?
We never dreamed, though, at that time that it was going to snowball and become an every night affair.
The more seasoned campaigners now know there's a menu and a certain amount of choice each night.
Hot dogs and baked beans.
No.
Rollers.
Coffee.
I got laid off, and that's my apartment off. Okay. I had to sleep out on the streets. Been trying to get a job. I don't probably have a job maybe next week. I've been trying.
How about an orange slice?
Orange? No, coffee.
Coffee, all right.
Coffee.
No roll?
No, only coffee.
Okay, it's coming right up.
Follow Market to 6. Turn right onto Walnut.
And their excursions, which began with one small boy, now involve hundreds of volunteers who cook and help distribute the food. But it's a mammoth problem, and these people aren't here out of choice. There are now 2 million homeless people in the United States for 3 main reasons. People with varying degrees of mental problems are being let out of institutions. Unemployment is high, and so is the cost of housing. And even the most recent attempts to cut taxes don't help those who earn nothing.
We've been accused of being a Band-Aid or just encouraging folks. If it stopped with the food run, that's all it would be.
Frank Ferrell is now as important to the campaign as Trevor himself, and often at public meetings, Trevor's only too happy to take a back seat. But what has it all meant for this once typical American family?
There we were 2 years ago, though, Christians, calling ourselves Christians, going to church every Sunday, Bible study every Wednesday night, without fail. I was reading the Word. I felt I was in the Word. Oh, no, please come back. And Thursday mornings went to a Bible businessman's breakfast at Chilton, some of you may not be aware of. And this thing is crazy how it's gone.
Frank Ferrell eventually gave up his highly successful electronics business, which he'd run for 20 years, and he now works full-time on Trevor's campaign, drawing a small salary.
It became such an everyday activity, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days a week, that I just had to give up something, give up either the work that I had been doing or give up those people on the streets. My house was never in such disarray. Janet and I used to pride ourselves on a lawn that was decent, but I guess that's a small price to pay, to give up a little bit of your home to change other people's lives.
Things are always being dropped off, the thrift shop, heating the food, preparing the food, getting it, it's super fresh. So, pretty much full time.
Your life must have changed quite a lot.
Yeah.
Can you remember what it was like before and how it's changed in the last couple of years?
Well, we had more of a family life. We had dinners, which we don't have anymore. I spent more time with my other children, which I don't do anymore, and people continuously in and out of the house, and clothes and food all over.
What about the other children? How are they coping with all this?
Pretty well, considering. I feel badly because they have suffered, but they're doing well.
Both Janet and Frank were concerned about the effect of the campaign on all their children, not just Trevor, but Lisa, Alan, and Jody too.
I keep telling myself another few months, Frank, and you'll be able to relax and let others take over this cause, this movement that it's become. So they know I love them. I tell them, and I show them in other ways. I don't show them in spending time with them, but I don't love them any less because I'm loving someone on the streets.
But they know you're constantly referred to as Trevor's dad.
Yes, that's that must be so painful for them. I know my oldest son hears me saying that on the telephone. Hi, I'm Trevor's dad. It's my way of letting somebody know who I am. I should be saying I'm Alan's dad, I'm Jody's dad, I'm Liza's dad, but I don't say that.
If you're down and out in the United States, you can't claim benefit or even think about looking for a job until you have an address. Yet to Trevor it seemed ridiculous that so many people should be living on the streets when so many old houses were lying empty.